Setting that scene, listeners. Welcome back. It's us, Dragon's Greed Gaming. You're joining us for another episode of the Frontier War for Alien. We're back down to 4 crew members, squad mates, this week. Matt has stuff going on, so he will not be continuing it as Ogata, but the 4 main players are here. I'm your host, the Great Unclean One. Thanks so much for joining us. As always, check us out over on Facebook for all the latest news. Head on over to Spreaker, where we host the podcast. Leave us those 5-star reviews on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. Keep growing the channel, keep growing the podcast, and subscribe over on YouTube, where we have all this cool video stuff. And, well, by the time you've listened to this, it'll already have started, but in the real world, in 2 days, our very official first stream with Scaarr himself at the helm doing some Forbidden Lands. And that will be the start of our Monday night streams that he will be helming. So, thank you, El Capitan. Great to have you.
Excited for it.
Hell yeah. So yeah, let's talk. Tell us who you are, who you're playing. Anything else you want to tell the listeners before we watch Sean roll a new character? I guess we'll start with Sean, because it'll be Broderick's last time on the stream.
Yes. Oh, so sad. Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm experiencing some heavy lag tonight, so you might just randomly see my screen freeze with me flicking off the camera. Or
It happened earlier, and it was
something.
glorious.
Yeah, so I'm playing Broderick Johnson, a AVF Marine, or AFV Marine.
AFV.
AFV, he drives cars. And he's got a smart gun, and he's currently about to be executed by a whole bunch of commandos.
It's tough life. Tough life.
Very tough life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should point out, SOF Commandos, that stands for Space Operating Force. They are basically the equivalent of the Marines for the UPP. So these are...
Sounds cooler than X-Force.
These are their,
Yeah.
actually good soldiers, not just random
Oh.
schlubs. Also,
Great.
I think I just rubbed jardinera sauce in my eye. That's pretty cool. Feels good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like jardinera would be spicy and hurt your eye.
I can feel the burning.
Yeah.
I had a cheesy beef for dinner, and
Ooh, nice.
yeah, it feels good.
Bet you did.
It's okay. That's
Might
why
wanna
God.
wash that out.
That's why God gave me 2 eyes, right? Yeah.
No, he gave you 2 for depth perception.
Oh, did he? Is that how that works?
Yes, actually.
It's not a spare.
Doesn't work like that, actually.
Gonna
but
be
okay.
like what's her name from Futurama, Leela, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no depth perception. All right, Scaarr, tell us what's going on over in your neck of the swamp. See what I did there?
Yeah. As Chris said, please tune in Monday, 8:30 Central. Well, yeah, this is gonna be after that, right? So there's no point plugging it right now.
Well, you can
But,
plug whatever's
after
coming
this,
in 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, even when this comes out, we'll still be doing things Monday. So, check out twitch.tv/The Neon Swamp to tune into Dragon Greed's gaming streaming.
8:30 p.m.
now.
Central Time.
8:30 p.m. Central, yeah. Other than that, I saw Beetlejuice yesterday. I was happily surprised that it was not absolute dog shit. It was legitimately funny here and there. Like laugh out loud, crack me up. Tim Burton did a good job. I had really low expectations.
Okay.
I just needed. I only complaint, not a spoiler, but only complaint I would say is I needed to see more of my girl Monica. Okay, I need Monica in my life. God, I was gonna break into the song and I forgot the fucking lyrics. Hit me one. What is that fucking 2000 song?
Monica in my
Thank
mind.
you.
Some
Yeah.
Lou Bega? Come on. You don't know that one?
But yeah,
Shame.
Monica Bellucci, Babe, and go see Beetlejuice. I'm playing Owen O'Connell, Private First Class, and I'm hoping to blow some shit up tonight. I'm the Rifleman.
Well, we'll see if you get that chance. I've only ever seen parts of the original Beetlejuice film. I don't think I've ever seen it in its entirety. I did see the cartoon show a lot as a kid, but I didn't really enjoy it, so it was kind of lost on me. So I don't know if
Well,
that one's gonna be on the docket.
the late '80s movie is not. I would say it's a teenage movie at best. Like I wouldn't take kids to see that movie. There's like
Who said anything about
decapitated
kids?
heads and I don't know. You brought up a cartoon, so I'm just saying it's not like a kid thing.
Yeah, I mean, we just watched it last week with ours because we were gonna take him to see the new one.
Yeah, gotta get him prepped.
It's really funny. As a growing up, I always saw it on TV, the dubbed or the edited version. And just recently, I saw the actual version and I saw the parts always cut out. Nice fucking model, you know. That Beetlejuice says. That was a pleasant treat.
Speaking of edited, we had Jaws on in the background last night when we were hanging out, and it was on Netflix, right? It was, the same Netflix where you can watch like, I don't know, Castlevania, where they're dropping F-bombs everywhere, right? At the very end of the film, the classic line, "Smile, you son of a bitch," is censored.
What? Really?
It gets silenced out.
On Netflix?
On Netflix. It was the weirdest shit. I was like, wait, what? Like, that's one of, like, 3 classic lines from that movie. You can't block that
Someone
out.
messed up. There's tits on Netflix. Come on.
Right? Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's just the version they have uploaded, obviously, is like meanwhile, like 15 minutes earlier, you see Quinn getting devoured alive by a shark while he's stabbing it in the face with a machete. But God forbid Chief Brody drops a sick one-liner when he's about to blow the guy up, right?
Sick one-liner.
Yeah. Come on. For 1973, was it? 71? Is good. Is good.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, Jaws, still classic. Go watch it.
Trendsetter.
Yep. R.I.P. Roy Schneider. Never forget you. Adam, tell us about Sergeant Schmidt.
What's going on, guys? Yeah, Adam playing Sergeant Schmidt, ready to watch our new buddy here, Johnson, get destroyed today. But, I did spend, I'm a little tired today. I only got like 2 hours of sleep last night. I was up from till 5 a.m. because our power was out since 7 p.m. So it was a nice, lovely 90 degrees here in LA all night.
Nice.
So it was miserable.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm like, good old 90-degree weather at night, no sleep. So let's get this going.
Well, I had the week from hell this week, and my last weekend on call, I got no sleep, dude. Especially on Saturday night, it was every hour I got a call, all night, and I stayed up late trying to get stuff done for the next day, so I wouldn't have to do as much, and it didn't fucking matter because there was so much to do, and all this week, man. So I fucking slept till 11:30 in the afternoon today, like it was nothing. Ooh. I woke up and I was like, I feel like I'm dead, and I looked, I'm like, it's 11:30, I have to get up, this is too much.
I feel like people should at least have some common courtesy and not call in the wee hours of the night like that.
Well, when people decide they're gonna die, that's,
Yes,
that's
the
what
active
happens.
decision. Yeah.
Hey,
Just put them on life support. Let them croak later.
Sorry, Chris is on call this week. We can't let any of you guys go.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I get so angry. It's probably unreasonably angry.
Probably a little bit.
I'm mean to the people that the answering service. Oh yeah, it's great. But anyway, all right, Eric, how are you with your lovely Captain America shield in the background?
Yeah, I moved my bookshelves today. Trying to give myself some more storage space. This room's doesn't have a lot of it. So that's actually my Lego Captain America shield that me and Amanda built.
Cool.
Yeah, because we're gonna do big built-ins in our bedroom where these bookshelves were.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. But tonight I'll be playing Lance Corporal Tagar. I think I'm guarding Weaver and Herschel probably.
Correct.
Oh, and Gannon. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you got the trio.
I got all the useless people.
Well, hey, Herschel's not useless. Come on.
I mean, how beat up his Weaver. Is she gonna wake up soon?
You don't know.
I trust her more than Gannon.
I mean, that's probably fair. But
He might just throw his boots at the enemy. You never know.
Those are so expensive.
He did put himself in danger to try to make sure Weaver didn't get killed when the ship blew up. So,
That's true.
Little bastard.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's see. What did I do other than lots of stupid shit this week? I've been replaying through Alien Isolation. I've jumped on the bandwagon of everyone else after seeing Romulus, and I basically realized I only had like 5 or 6 achievements left after playing through that game the first time, like 10 years ago. It's been a long time. If you look at the achievements, like unlocked like 2014 and 2024 or something like that. So I was like, I think I'm going to try to 100% this game, and the last few achievements are the real annoying ones. Play through the game without dying. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was like, I already played through the game on the hardest difficulty, but they've released a harder difficulty since the game was released. And I was like, I'll try it, right? It wasn't that bad. Oh, it's rough. Everything. It's like going from like the hardest mode to grounded mode in Last of Us, where it's like you don't get a map, you don't get a HUD, your motion tracker doesn't work. Like 1 in 50 searchable canisters will have something to scavenge. It's rough.
You have to be
sneezed on, you
patient.
die.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're patient, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not like going through without dying like nonstop. I'm doing the reload method, but I'm not that hardcore. I don't have that amount of time. But man, not having a map really sucks because I have no idea where to go half the time. At least on the motion tracker, the little icon shows up so you know where you're supposed to go. But it's like, this is just needlessly cruel. And then you can still pick up maps in the game, but they don't do anything. So it's like, why are they still active? What a tease. So, not cool. Not cool. Hung out with Ernie and Travis and the gang last night. We played... Well, they were playing 40K, Eddie and Tom. And I was working on some Chaos Warriors for Old World. And I started finishing the last bits for Dead by Daylight, which are the generators, and they are torturous to clean. So, not cool. Other than that, Sean's gone retro.
Camera. No. Just
It's
tech.
alright.
Just doesn't want to work today.
It's all right, man. There you go. It's a little better.
Okay. Great.
So yeah, I've been doing that, and we're trying to hit rank 1 with survivors in Dead by Daylight before the reset, and we've got like 3 or 4 pips left to go. So hopefully Scaarr and I'll get that tonight, and then we'll do it next month for the killers. Get those 6 hit blood points. That's about it, really. I'm looking around. I don't think I've really been doing much else. I picked up the Dwarf book finally for Old World after like a month. Stopped by the old Titan Games yesterday. Shout out. And pre-ordered the Chaos book, and I discovered Ty, the owner, who seems to have everything that Games Workshop ever made ever, has Marcus Wolfhart from 8th edition. Very hard model to find for Empire.
Yeah.
And he offered to sell it to me for not an astronomical amount of money. So we might have to bite on that. So,
Yeah. Nice.
Also, speaking of money, guess what happened this week, guys?
Somebody got paid.
I finally got paid. That's right. That's right. It's funny because Adam was saying him and Aaron are always talking about all my posts that I put out. Like, if you want to learn about what's going on in Chris's real life and like his divorce, just subscribe to the Patreon for free and you'll get the monthly posts. And so you're going to get it here, listeners. That's right. My ex-wife tried to steal almost $4,000, and we finally got it back. It only took like 3 months and a lawyer and many attempts.
To go to court.
Yeah,
Fucking
and then
wild.
guess what she did? She tried to pay $3,400 in singles.
That's
What?
a bitch move.
Yeah.
Go to the strip club with it and show her pictures.
I don't think she cares about that at this point. My attorney told the person that was dropping it off. She was like, "You go to the bank and you get us hundreds. My staff is not counting that money." And they did. So it all worked out.
Wow.
So
Moving
hopefully,
to the end, just so petty.
right? Like that's the kind of shit you do, to FedEx when they send you an invoice for the customs tax on your wedding ring that you've already had for 2 years. You go, no, you're not getting the money, and if I did, here it is in pennies, right?
Right.
You don't do that for a legal thing where you were 100% in the wrong, but
Just
whatever.
like when I don't think I can hear anything worse about this individual, it just keeps getting worse.
It really
It
did,
is
man. It's super petty.
wild.
So yeah. So
I feel bad for the bank employee, but
right? Yeah.
No,
They
So
have a machine that counted all that for them.
Yeah,
Trust me.
oh, yeah.
here's to you, ex-wife. Good luck in all your endeavors. Anyway, enough of that. Let's play some motherfucking Alien. Last we left, you guys had been ambushed upon crashing on O'Bannon's world after a MiG interceptor of the UPP engaged your dropship after entering the planet's orbit. Luckily, despite Weaver getting injured in the initial attack, Broderick was quick to get to the pilot seat and get you guys to a controlled descent, crashing through the canopy and eventually landing on the jungle floor. As you were trying to take stock of what was going on and your supplies and the safety of the rest of your squad, you were beset by some sort of guerrilla fighters. You're not sure who they are or what their deal was, but they attacked. Unfortunately, one of them had an RPG, which blew up some of the cans or drums of QTC, destroying the dropship and sending you all to the ground in the process. It was a short fight, though, especially once Broderick fired up the old smart gun, pulled a good Predator, shredded some jungle, and some bad guys with it. You then began the long, arduous trek about 2 kilometers through the jungle as Gannon used his PDAT to track down the transponder from the downed ship. You encountered what appeared to be civilians that were in like a river. It appeared fishing for some sort of local fauna there. You let them be. They didn't notice you. You didn't attack or anything. You didn't interact with them. And then eventually you took a break, and it was, I believe, Broderick who noticed that some big-ass vines were starting to creep their way towards the unconscious prone form of Weaver. Luckily, you guys got out of there after de-stressing, and then you came across a massive mud bank that required you to climb up rather carefully. Ogata was first up the mud bank, eventually threw down the rope so the rest of you guys could get up, and Herschel several times kept Gannon from going face first. You then discovered the mound of this mud hill was due to the crashed ship. You then proceeded to explore the crash site through very thick foliage with these hooked bushes and shrubbery. You discovered a variety of detritus from the crash, including a cryopod with what appeared to be either someone in a flight suit or a prisoner uniform or some sort of jumpsuit, like a Michael Myers style jumpsuit, but it was obviously an orange color. They appeared to have been here for quite some time, as did the rest of the crash, and a person you found in a compression suit, but you were unable to identify either of them. Also, it appeared that the chest of the person in the cryopod had exploded from inside, perhaps. The guy or woman in the compression suit, you're unsure, was wrapped up in those vines that you saw creeping after Weaver earlier. You then discovered the name of the ship on the side of the ship, but when Herschel uncovered the mud that was covering it, turns out it was not just the UAS Glory, but the glory of the can you say it, Sean? I can't speak.
Proletariat.
Proletariat, thank you. Which most of you realized probably meant this was a UPP ship, which you're correct, it is. So, also quick shout out to Epic Rap Battles of History. The only reason that I ever learned that term was in one of their songs. Yes. They have one of their season finales, they have a bunch of the various leaders of Russia in a rap battle, and they use that term. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And that's when I first heard it and looked it up. So, when they ask, is it actually educational? It actually is. I've actually looked stuff up in history that I was not aware of after listening to their raps. I'm like, I don't get what they just were talking about, and I want to know more. So, good on you, Epic Rap Battles. So, that is where you guys were. You found your way into the ship through the back airlock. You decided to booby trap it after you heard a dropship screeching overhead, and you noticed that it was landing probably nearby because it had seen the wreck. Now, at this point, you weren't sure what kind of ship it was, but it was clear that it was enemies, and the group split with Johnson, Schmidt, and O'Connell remaining outside to try to ambush them, while Ogata, Herschel, Tagar, Gannon, and the unconscious form of Weaver went into the ship to start to look around. You guys booby-trapped the airlock door with one of your remaining claymores. Do you have one left, Scaarr, or is that the last one?
I think I put 2 down.
Because you put one on the bodies back at the crash site, and then you put one here. So you still have one then? I think?
I guess. I guess it wouldn't make sense for me to use both in one booby trap, would it?
No, it's a small enough airlock that one would definitely do the trick. So.
So I would still have it.
Okay. So, inside the ship, Tagar and Ogata were kind of looking around. Ogata started scouting ahead until he saw something moving in the water and was greeted by what are called running flatfish, I believe is what they are referred to as. Some native fauna to this lovely thing. We'll share the artwork of there because we need nightmare fuel to get us started. A meter-long silverfish centipede bug that's kind of brownish and yellow in color. And there's 2 of them scuttling through the water at a very fast pace towards Ogata. Tagar is at the end of the hall, back by the door, and Herschel, Gannon, and Weaver are at the T-junction intersection between Tagar and Ogata. Outside, 6 figures eventually came into view, cresting over the northern banks of the crash site, and you were greeted by the sight of 6 Space Operating Force members of the UPP, which, to our listeners, the SOF are basically the Marine equivalent of the UPP. So these guys are not your basic army. They are more of the elite soldiers. They actually have decent gear. They actually have real armor. Unfortunately, Johnson, Schmidt, and O'Connell decided to hide in ambush. They all did well on their stealth rolls. Unfortunately, when it came to the observation rolls, things did not go well. If I recall, Schmidt completely buffed that one and has no idea that these guys are approaching. O'Connell does see them, but he's the furthest away. And Johnson, while he passed, he panicked and dropped an item. I believe it was your electronic tools that fell off your belt and splashed into the water. And unfortunately, you are very close to where the SOF are. I rolled randomly to see where they showed up. And as you guys can see on the map here, these lines denote zones. So this is a zone here, this is a zone here, this is a zone here, so on and so forth. So for movement purposes and range purposes. So Johnson, you are at short range to them. Schmidt is at medium range, and O'Connell is at... he's at medium range to this squad, but he's at long range to this squad. Make sense? You guys count that? So O'Connell, you're like in this little zone right here. So if you try to... Well, I guess, yeah, either way, because you go 1 zone here, 2 zones here. Or no, I guess it would be 2. Oh, you're I think it's short. Anyway, there's range. Keep that in mind.
Nice.
So,
There's range in this game?
with that in mind, we're going to start it off here. So, first off, we need our jungle ambiance back. I'm going to fade out here from the Nostromo theme. Okay, Johnson.
Yeah.
You were hidden.
Mhm.
So what I am going to do is I've decided I'm going to roll to see if any of these guys actually spot where you're hiding, because you did pass your test, and they've only heard it. Doesn't necessarily know, and there's more than just like one giant bush here, right? There's tons of this stuff. So, I mean, you're probably like waist deep in water hiding. So I think it's fair that they have to test to see whether or not they spot you.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll for all 6 of them, because this is probably going to come into play as far as if there's going to be any surprise rounds or stuff.
Okay.
So we'll do observation. Okay, 1 of 3 has seen you, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. Nope, sorry. 3. Okay, so 3 of them hear it, or maybe they all hear it, but the other 3 don't actually see where you're located for whatever reason, maybe from where they're standing. You probably can't actually see all 6 of them. You probably at least see these 2 up at front, but you guys can tell there's multiples. I would say O'Connell, because he's further back, he can probably see. You're kind of like right at the base of the hill almost, so you're kind of looking up, and you see as like a couple of them go over the top. So, so with that in mind, 3 of them have spotted you. So we will do a round just between you and those 3, and then everybody else will, and O'Connell, because he did pass his observation test. Everyone else will show up in next round. All right?
Okay.
So we'll start up a combat here. Start. There we go. So everybody go ahead and add yourselves, if you would be so kind.
Fuck.
Tagar, you can add yourself as well, because you're just inside the door, and if any gunshots go off... I mean, you'll all hear it from inside the ship, but...
It's just not your lucky day.
Not my lucky
Johnson.
position, Johnson.
Oh, fuck us.
Wow.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
The bad rolls continue.
I think we're gonna get...
We're gonna get our first player kill.
Alright. Unfortunately, if you can see the screen here, listeners... Oh, wait, I can do this, right? Where's,
Pop out.
I can't do pop-out because I'm not doing a browser for the main screen, but I can do it on the other screen here. Alright. There we go.
We set up an ambush and we get ambushed.
It's not great. Let me just check the stream and make sure this looks okay. Oh no, that doesn't work because it's not a pop-up. Alright. I don't remember how I did it last time. I did that, but that doesn't matter because... Whatever! So, SOF are up first with a 3. We got O'Connell at 5, Tagar at 7, Johnson at 8, Schmidt at another 8. Or a 9, I guess we'll call it. So, Johnson, you see a few of these individuals. They see you, they spot you, they aim their guns in your direction, and they open fire.
Shit, yeah.
So, 2 of them...
Even if I raise my hands.
Do you raise your hands?
Oh yeah, I'm surrounded by 6 SOF.
Give me a manipulation test at +2.
Okay. We're not bad at those.
Hey, you've got like a look. I was gonna say, wow, that's not bad. Wow.
Wow. All right.
You have stunts here. I don't know if any of them will apply, but if you got anything clever you want to try.
3
successes, not bad.
Your opponent does what you want without demanding a favor in return. Okay.
Please don't shoot me. I demand it.
Okay. Yeah, he'll hold his hands up. Whoa! I'm just a guard. I didn't know people were showing up. Obviously, don't shoot. Don't shoot.
You actually see now at this point you see like all 6 of them start to make their way towards the bank, and you can see them, kind of more or less kind of like lined up like this, and you see one of them holds their hand up, like this to make them stop, and you hear that one say something in Russian. You can tell it's a female, and then she says something to you in Russian, which clearly you don't understand. And then you see like there's this tense moment, and finally you hear her say, "Drop your weapon, American."
Okay. Just click, drop the harness. I guess I don't know how a smart weapon harness drops.
Yeah, you gotta undo it, but at least you can drop it so you're not holding it and it's like laying in the water,
Yeah.
So, okay. So that I think we need a little bit of tense music here. Just to let's see. How about? Here we go. All right. So you drop the gun. It splashes. At this point, Schmidt, you probably noticed this is happening. O'Connell, you can see. Clearly, they see him. You probably see he's got his hands up. You might be able to see him completely, but see he puts his hands up. You can hear them shouting. They're not being quiet. It's hard to make out a little bit about what they're saying, but you can, you can hear parts of the conversation. And the woman, who clearly seems to be the squad leader, she says, "You got here sooner than us. Where's the rest of your squad?"
They're obviously inside the ship.
And actually, I should drop the Russian accent because she doesn't actually have a Russian accent. I'm just so used to that with UPP. She has an accent that it sounds like she's probably from either China or maybe Vietnam. It's like an Asian type accent. But she did address the troops in Russian. So. And she looks to the others, and she kind of motions, and they start to fan out a little bit. And she says, "Come now, soldier. I've been around the block more than once. I'm sure there's more of you out here." And then you see she kind of looks over the swamp past you, and she actually puts her gun like this. She's got her hands up. So O'Connell and Schmidt, you can see this. She says, "There's no reason for any more bloodshed between our people. Come out and let's talk."
Wasn't expecting that.
And she waits for a moment. There's no response. And she actually puts her gun under her arm, and she takes off her helmet so that she can actually see her face. And this is the woman that you see. She very clearly is of Asian descent. She's got about shoulder-length black hair, which looks like it's probably pulled up in a ponytail. It's a little messy when she takes off the helmet. Otherwise, she looks like she's probably in maybe her late 30s, early 40s, and she looks like she's hardened. Like, she's definitely been around. She doesn't seem scared or nervous, and music's a little loud there. Let's turn it down just a bit. This is the woman that you see. And then she puts her helmet under her one arm, and then she's kind of holding the gun, like at the stock, but she's not pointing it at you anymore. She says, again, she kind of like offers, like, "I'm sure you guys are out there. Come on out. Let's talk."
And can I click my mic and talk to them? You okay with that?
Yeah, she if she sees you like do that, like you like point to it, she nods.
I'm gonna pop up and kind of yell out, well, we'll come up, just lower your weapons. And we'll do the same.
You can see her nodding from the hill, and she makes a motion to the others, and they've got their guns like down, like, they're not pointing them at you. They're still holding them, but they're not pointing them at you anymore.
Right. But,
I say off comms to you. You sure about this, Saj? You see, he's like in the middle of pulling out an RPG.
just stay hidden. They don't
The
know
helmet
you're there.
came off, and you're like,
So-
yeah, amen.
Oh, easy shot.
Just stay ready. Stay hidden, O'Connell. Just get them by surprise if anything happens.
Roger.
I'm gonna make my way towards the group.
All right.
I'll have my gun also down so it's not threatening in any way.
Okay, I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna replace one of these guys with her. And she says, she looks around suspiciously. She says, how many are there in your squad?
About a handful.
You see, she just gives you a bit of a smile. There's like a little smirk at the edge of her mouth. She says, I understand you don't trust us. Feelings mutual.
Well-
And she looks you up and down, and then she goes, Sergeant.
Well, our two sides have been at war for how long now, and our ship just got blown to shit by one of your guys, so...
Yes, well, apologies for that, but the fighter wing is not under my command.
Okay, that's fair enough. May I ask, what are you guys doing out here?
She looks past you at the now cleaned name of the ship, and just kind of looks at it and goes, I think you can guess why we're here. I'm more interested in why the UA is here.
Well, to my knowledge, this was our ship, so...
She has like maybe she's a little surprised at that. She kind of raises an eyebrow. Do you say anything or nothing more?
Nothing more.
You guys are here for your ship, and we're here for what we thought was our ship.
It seems that is the case.
Great. Well, there's a bit of a interference. We can't talk to command
Yeah,
and find
with
out
our
what they want us to do.
and with our ship kind of wrecked, there's really no way off this place.
Right? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the flora and fauna here actively tries to eat people. So I would like to get home to our ship as easily and painlessly as possible. Maybe we can work together and not kill each other. And I would like to use both of my stunts from the manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Your opponent is impressed by you and will try to help you later on in some way. Details are up to the GM.
Yeah, you can see her body language shifts, and she nods and she says, I like this one, Sergeant. He's smart. I was not lying when I said there's been enough bloodshed between our people. Granted, it was the UA that started all this, but I'm not here for more needless death.
Well, if we can prevent that, I would much appreciate that. Both sides.
Perhaps you can tell me more of why you think this was a UA ship. What lies have your government told you?
Unfortunately, the only thing I can tell you is we have an insurance appraiser on board in our crew that we're supposed to appraise the ship on, for a claim. That's as much as I know.
We didn't do a good job asking questions, did we? No.
No.
Look at the Sarge. No.
We don't ask questions. We just follow orders.
Okay.
Typical UA soldier, I see. And she's looking at you really hard, like she's trying to gauge whether or not you guys are telling the truth. Bunnilla, give me a manipulation roll here. It's going to be opposed.
Can I assist him?
Yes.
Open.
Yes.
Good luck, Bunnilla.
Now, would this be the time for menacing to use my strength instead?
I mean, if you're going to try to intimidate her and threaten her, but what you've said so far, I would say no.
No. No. Bunnilla, no. Please.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Did you add the +1 from me?
Oh, I did not. Hold on, let me roll another.
okay. Maybe there's a prayer?
Hope.
Okay. 0 successes and you panic, but you keep it together. No problem. You're unsure what she got, but she kind of looks you up and down, judging you, appraising you, trying to determine if you're telling the truth or lying. And eventually she says, all right. So what exactly are you doing here with an appraiser?
Well, as I just said, we were told that this was our ship, so they are here to get it appraised for a claim for the insurance to get paid out for it. And that's all I know. We were just transporting an appraiser here, and that was it.
She actually lets out a genuine laugh.
I'm gonna pull the sergeant to the side, sorry, remember, we also were supposed to blow shit up, right?
So she lets out this laugh, like she can't believe what you guys are saying, and she says, "Is that what UA leadership told you? Insurance claim." And you see some of the other soldiers chuckle, and she points to the ship and she says, "Do you really think that's the case?"
Well, obviously
Well,
not now, no.
Obviously, after seeing that this is not the ship we were told it was going to be, clearly, yeah, but we're already here, so we're just, just happened to butt heads in the middle of this, so...
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you, Sergeant, that your leaders lie to you like this.
It's kind of an un-American pastime, but we're used to it.
I know how it is.
At least you don't deny it. I can respect that.
Do
And,
what we're told and get paid. That's about it.
At this point, she's made her way down the hill, so she's more close to you guys. And she actually takes a step forward and offers her arm, and she says, "My name is Commandant Vuvu."
Put my hand out and Gunther Schmidt.
And it's spelled like this. A lowercase u, so it's spelled Vovu, but it's pronounced Vuvu.
Nice. Sweet.
And there's some umlauts and squigglies in that, but I don't know how to do those, so whatever they're fucking called.
I don't think I could do it on my regular keyboard.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Yeah, so but
my phone keyboard could do it, but
yeah, pronounced Vuvu.
Well, introduce myself as well. Roderick Johnson.
So you can see all this happening. Scaarr, do you do anything?
Just got an RPG trained on him right now.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to have noticed you, or if they have, they haven't made any indication of it. So, you can probably hear this conversation as well now. Eric will assume on the comms you can start to hear it.
So, what are you guys? Obviously, it's your ship, right? But
we are here for the flight recorder of the ship. Oh, I'm sorry. Make sure I'm giving you guys the right information here.
Sure.
We've been sent to recover the flight recorder, and we've been sent to recover any cargo the ship had. It had important things that our command wishes to be secured and not to fall into enemy hands.
Okay.
Okay.
We were told to find any living crew. when they told us it was our ship, but all we see are corpses. Oh wait,
Second-
hold on. You guys should see a corpse over here. Actually, it's kind of freaky. And I'll point to the one with the exploded out chest.
Mother,
Yep.
I would know like if like how audible the comms are. Like if I talk to either of these guys on our comms, would they be able to hear that someone is talking to them?
They might, but I imagine that the comm either covers the ear or it's like an earbud sort of thing. So it'd be very hard for them to, only if they were really standing really close to each other and you were being really loud. And even then, there's like a lot of ambient noise out here in the jungle too. So probably not, but there is a small chance. I would say very unlikely.
Yeah, O'Connell will interject. Such they can't have this cargo.
Well, I can't really reply back with it knowing.
I will address Vuvu. Can I pick up that gun I dropped? It's actually really expensive, and if I don't bring it back, Command will chew my ass out.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. And then I will show them the corpse that has an exploded out chest.
Okay, so she walks over there, looks at it, and give me a manipulation or observation, your choice, to kind of determine if you can determine like what she thinks when she looks at this. Where is the fucking? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Like, where's the song?
Observation is definitely my best bet.
Nice.
3 successes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
She does not.
We're all
Look,
much better. at this.
she does not look surprised or shocked in any way when she sees the body.
Manipulation.
She just nods.
Do you know what? Okay. It looks like something exploded out of his or her chest. Are you? Do you know what's going on here? Do you know what this is? And I'll use my stunts for your opponent does more than you ask for example, giving you some useful piece of information. Details up to the GM.
Yeah, so she seems to, at least on a very basic level, seem to trust you a little bit here, Broderick. Your first impression, you did surrender, and then you did reveal there were other squad members. So she seems to believe that you're being at least somewhat truthful. And she says, "Your people really didn't tell you anything, did they?"
No. Not anything useful.
She looks at the other members of the squad for a moment. Obviously, you can't read their expressions. They still got their helmets on. But then she says, "Fair enough. I'm sure you'll find out more sooner or later, but, well, you're aware of all the bioweapons that both of our people are currently trying to develop.
Yeah.
This is the results of the UA's experiments."
You're saying this in particular is part of the UA's experiment.
Why
She
was
said-
it on a UPP ship?
She points, "This is a UA cryopod, no?"
So, now tell me, why is a UA cryopod on one of your ships?
She looks again, very cautiously. She says, "That is part of the cargo we've been sent to retrieve. Let's say experimentation subjects that your people have been working on."
And what is the ability to see if she's lying? What is the skill for that?
Like I said, either do manipulation or observation. Well, for lying, I would say manipulation.
Okay. Yeah, I've been rolling pretty good. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk the panic.
Okay.
I'll just say I trust her. Okay. Okay. pretty heavy. So you guys got to get in there and find cargo and flight recorder.
I doubt if any of this cargo will still be good if this is any indication, but yes, we have to search.
Do you know, why it crashed and about how long ago? I mean...
She shakes her head. We weren't told those details. Just that it went down.
Okay. Well,
She says, I assume it would have been some sort of malfunction. If your people had shot it down, I'm sure you would know that. And if someone else had shot it down, well...
they probably would have told you,
have more
right?
information, I would imagine. But who knows? It's not like my superiors don't keep things from me either.
Yeah. It's life as soldier.
Indeed.
Okay, well, Sarge, what's the play here? We just let them do this, or we work together, or...
Yes, Sergeant. How shall we proceed? Perhaps we can, search the wreck together and come to some sort of compromise.
Yeah, I feel like we could do that.
Okay.
I mean, the only goal at this point now would be, we need to get on comms to be able to reach out of orbit. So that's kind of my main concern and my main priority, getting my guys out of here.
Yeah.
Well, if we can come to some sort of compromise, I can send a message to your ship once we break orbit. Tell them you're okay, give them your coordinates.
And then not shoot down our next ship.
I will make sure we withdraw.
I really appreciate it.
Once we are done here, we will withdraw. Those are our orders. There won't be any more reason for a flyby or flyover from our interceptors.
Did you know there's, people living on this planet?
Indeed.
Are they your people?
Leftovers from the dog war.
Is that a war we would know about?
Yes.
Okay.
You might not know the full details, but the term dog war is a known event in history.
Okay. Sweet. Okay.
And had you asked me last week, I had notes about it, or I had memorized some stuff, and I don't think I remember those anymore.
Unfortunately, we didn't learn about the dog last week.
It was a lot of digging for just a couple notes in one of the books. But yes, it is something you guys have heard about.
Okay.
Something that happened in the last, I think, between 30 to 50 years. So relatively recent.
Okay. So, well, it's a pleasure to be working with you.
So after hearing all this, can I question Ganon in the ship?
Sure, yeah. Well, actually, we're going to go back to the ship because Ogata was about to get mauled by some alien things. Let's go do that. So, so I have given you guys all tokens over here. Your tokens have light because this is a map with lighting. You need to click on your token, and then you must hold the control button to spin them, and that will spin your token and its beam of light. It's directional, just like we did in Mork's Mad Boys. We're gonna just lock these doors for now, because Tagar, you and Ogata are inside. Johnson, Schmidt, and O'Connell, you guys have tokens on the map, but they're on the outside of the ship right now. And yeah, if you turn them around, if you spin your tokens, you'll see the beams of light. So you feel free to move around on the outside. I think there's walls set up so you can't actually see. Yeah. Okay, yep, that'll be fine. So, inside, as you can see here, Tagar, there's a long hallway. All right, your light doesn't even reach the end of the hallway, but a little ways away, just a few spaces past where your light reaches is where the T intersection is, and that is where Weaver, Herschel, and Ganon are. Ogata is just past them in the next zone. So they're basically, the hallway you're in is a zone, the T-intersection is a zone, and the hallway that Ogata is in a zone. So you can see their silhouettes, kind of. You can see the light from Ogata in the distance. So he's 2 zones away, and the others are just 1 zone away. He was making his way down the hall. There's a door on each side for the cargo bays, and he was about to go into those when these 2 flatfish started scurrying towards him. So let's see what happens to Ogata here. Sean, why don't you control Ogata, since he's kind of in NPC mode, and I don't really feel like controlling NPC versus random monsters, because that'll just make for a riveting viewing, I'm sure. So
Okay,
let me give you control of his character sheet as soon as I find it.
I get to see what kind of notes Matt took. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, it's probably none. It's the wrong Matt for note-taking, let's be honest.
Damn.
Harsh but fair.
Tough but fair, as Chris always is.
All right, there you go.
I stopped doing mine in Foundry.
That's fair.
Moving forward past Warhammer Fantasy, my note section will be blank.
Yeah. No notes.
Do you have control now? Do you see his token?
See. No, I don't see his token.
Configure ownership. Do you have access to his character sheet?
I do, yeah.
Weird. Okay, let me put a new token on the map and see if that helps.
That did it, yep.
But the token doesn't have lighting. God damn it.
So cool Foundry. I deleted it immediately.
I had it. It didn't save. Oh, it was saved to the token, that's why. Okay. That makes sense, because I didn't want there to be beams of light on the token for forever.
Every time, right?
Let me change that really quick.
Okay, I'm gonna finish taking my notes.
Was it? Okay. Alright, I need to check and make sure it's the same as everyone else's. Just a second here. Delay a game. 3, 12, 15, and color. Alright, I think... Oh, it didn't save? Really, game? Okay. Alright, there you go. You should be able to rotate his token now, and you'll see the beams of light, I think.
I'm just still having trouble with rotating the light.
You have to
Whatever.
select your token and hold down control and then use the mouse wheel to spin it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Sorry if I didn't explain that.
Yeah. Okay, and I was facing towards this way?
Yeah, so here's the 2 aliens. Sorry, their tokens are invisible. So you can see here, Sean, these lines denote the edge of the zone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this hallway is a zone. You can see Herschel and Weaver are like right next to you. And then further down the hall is Tagar and everything.
Cool. I guess he will...
So, we're going to do combat, but you will get the first attack here because he did spot them with his observation roll before everything went to hell. So let's start a combat. Oops. Eric, if you want to add yourself to the tracker here as well, because you are very close by. And...
Damn, I really like rolling 8s.
Oh, God.
Double 8s.
Wow, okay, and the aliens get a 5. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, let's get a little minor combat music. You do get the... Excuse me. You do get the first turn, though.
Okay.
Here,
I'm
Bug Hunt
gonna...
sounds like a good track.
What is... Ooh, his range combat isn't great. I'm gonna full auto at the flatfish.
Okay.
So my stress goes up by... Oh, that's not my character.
Oh, these things can get up to 2 meters long. That's 6 feet. Ew.
I hate that so much.
Luckily, these ones are not that big.
Yeah, luckily.
Luckily.
1 hit. So
Did you add the 2 dice for full auto?
Oh, I didn't. It's only 6s, right?
No dice. Yep. Okay. Do you push?
I think so, yeah. 2 more.
Okay.
2 extra dice I roll. 3.
Wow.
Total of
4
4
successes. Okay. What do you do?
One of the successes I'm going to use to switch our initiatives.
Okay.
And then the front one will take an extra point of damage.
Can I give you a suggestion here?
Sure.
You use 1 success to full auto and hit the other guy, so they both get hit. And then you can dump an extra damage on each of them, if you'd like.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
dump damage on one and switch the initiative with the other. But you full autoed, so you might as well do the multi-hit.
Yeah. So I have a total of 4 successes.
Yep. So 1 to hit the target.
1 target, 1 hit
One
the second
stunt
guy.
hit the second guy. Yep.
1 stunt to do switch.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 to do extra damage to the front guy.
Okay. You hit them both. They're fast as fuck. They do have a little bit of armor, but not much. So we'll see. And the second one. Base damage 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First one you hit, 3 damage. Just shred it to pieces. Just explodes. There's legs everywhere. The second one you catch with a couple bullets. It doesn't explode, but you clip it enough that it like starts twitching around in the water, and it's dead.
Oh.
Nicely
Nice.
done. Nicely done.
I didn't get Matt killed this session. That's good.
Oh, it's too bad. I mean, it's a good job.
Okay.
All right.
Did I know what was going on over there?
You
Or did I
hear
just
gunshots, you see the light of the muzzle flashing, and then it's quiet. And you hear Herschel, Ogata, are you okay? And here comes like
Ogata, what's going on down there?
He comes running over.
No. There were some fish that came up, and I don't know. Just some giant meter
Fish?
long. It's an insect fish. I don't know.
So
A bug?
he looks
Just
at
get
it.
the fuck over here and
Herschel
look at it.
looks at it. He looks down and he says, "It's local fauna, Lance Corporal. They look like giant centipede insects."
Well, now that everybody knows we're here.
You've been on the comms. You know they're talking
Yeah.
to them now.
So you guys hear outside. You hear gunshots from inside, and Vuvu looks at you, Sergeant. Sounds like your men might be in trouble.
I'm gonna radio to Sergeant Schmidt and be like, "Hey, Ogata got spooked by some fish."
Damn.
Tagar,
I will remember
I
that.
guess
when
we
you go
got a
down.
little skittish.
I mean, if you want to explain it better, feel free.
Meter-long centipedes were sprinting at me.
Okay, really
Go
big
over
bug.
to Vuvu and explain what I just told, what I was just told about these monstrous centipedes.
Okay, damn. Ogata's getting a lot of flack for this. Fuck you.
She doesn't say anything, but she has a look that says everything.
Damn.
And she says, "All right, shall we?"
Ogata's Doc, right? You're Doc?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna radio to O'Connell. Like, yeah, we need to clear the doorway of the.
You guys can disarm it. You set it up. You guys can disarm it. There, you don't have to make any rolls for that. So,
Okay.
I assume you disarm it.
Disarm it.
All right, you guys can open the door now here if you'd like and enter.
I don't want to live anymore.
Okada just goes rushing for the door.
No, he disarmed it with his body.
And obviously, Vuvu sees this and she says, smart.
Oh, can't be too careful.
Indeed. And at this point, you guys do eventually see Vuvu and her 5 commandos join you guys in the hallway here. I'll just put them at the back for now. We'll just worry about where Vuvu is, really. She's the important one, so she'll join you guys inside. Oh, you know, let me just realize her token is not labeled. Gonna get lost in the shuffle here. Okay, so you guys enter the ship. It's dark. It is pitch black in here. There's no power, so you have to use the lights on your shoulder lamps. And basically, what the lights do in game terms is they negate the darkness in whatever zone that you're in. So, otherwise you'll have negatives when you shoot stuff, or really try to do anything. So.
Aliens giving negatives, negative modifiers. Wow.
Yeah. I'll deal with Ogata at this point. You can keep doing Broderick there, Sean. So what do you guys do? At this point, the pups have mapped about 2/3 of the ship. Basically, this long hallway in the middle goes all the way down the length of the ship towards the front, and then about 1/3 of the way through and halfway through, it branches off to the left and right, and about 3/4 of the way down, it also branches off to the left. That's as far as the pups have got. They're basically exploring the last third front of the ship at this point.
Eric wanted to talk to
Gannon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gannon.
Go ahead.
Kind of. Is Gannon on the comms too, right? So we hear everything?
I don't know if he actually has comms. I mean, because your comms are built into your helmets. He's not wearing a helmet. I'll say no, he doesn't have comms. But you are in the same area, so you can easily talk to him if you want.
Alright. So I kind of want to, I guess, walk up to him and be like, hey, we're getting reports outside about the ship.
He's
Who
like, what
sent you here?
What do you mean? Reports? From who? Sergeant?
Yeah, Sergeant's outside speaking with another unit here to inspect the ship. Who sent you here?
He looks really confused at that, and he says, the company sent me.
The company sent you to do what, exactly?
To appraise the damage of the ship, recover the flight recorder, and find out what caused the crash. I've told you this before, Lance Corporal. What's wrong? I don't understand. Who's this other unit?
This isn't our ship, though.
Well, I'm aware of that now.
So then why do you need to appraise this ship if it's not ours?
Well, we should still try to recover it, whatever we can.
I mean, that's not what you were ordered to do. You were ordered to appraise our ship.
Well, I guess I won't be doing that. I don't follow you, Tagar. I'm not sure what you.
And
Is
I'm
there something else you want me to do?
Sergeant, what is our goal here? And what is Gannon's role in this?
As far as I'm aware, he's supposed to be appraising our ship, which, I mean, this definitely doesn't seem like it's our ship. It's got UPP all over it.
Over, like, your shoulders, you're trying to talk to the Sarge. Gannon says to you, Tagar, he says, we're already here. We might as well search the thing, right? If we don't, I mean, if we do, then nobody can tell us we didn't do our job, right? If Command knew that we were in a UPP ship, they'd tell us to search it, no? I'm not wrong, right?
I mean, that might be our job, but that's not your job.
Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to turn off the pups and just sit here? I can do that.
I want to know why they sent you to appraise a ship that's not ours.
I would like to know that myself, Corporal.
Alright, well, the other unit's coming on board, so I'd, prepare yourself.
He looks really confused. What do you mean, prepare myself? And you talk to Sarge.
Sergeant,
Yeah.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
When the DM or GM game on the last ooh, that's a bad sound.
Signs
boy.
point to maybe? At least that's the Magic 8 Ball says. So what do you guys do? How do you proceed?
I mean, just let him keep having the pups out, right? Just
Yeah, let's keep the pups out, keep mapping it out, and
All right. Well, we'll assume, unless you guys do otherwise, that you all eventually meet up at this center junction. Okay. So that's where you're all standing. It's big enough. I mean, the hallway's big enough for maybe, basically like one, maybe two people side by side. It's a ship, right? The quarters are fairly tight in the hallways. Scaarr, can you see your token on the map? Just want to make sure. You're just chilling. Okay, just want to make sure.
I didn't go in.
Okay, you're still just hanging out outside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Half of the SOF guys come in as well. She'll have at least one stay outside with you.
I mean, I don't think I've revealed myself at all, unless, yeah.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you disarmed the bomb. My mistake. Because you're the one who
Well,
set
he
it
was
up.
about to ask me to do that, and then I think he could do it himself.
If anyone else does it, I think they'll have to make a test just because you're the one who set it up. I mean, I'm not an expert in setting up booby traps, but I personally wouldn't try to disarm a booby trap that I myself did not set up. I'll put it to you this way. If someone else tries, they have to make a roll.
Okay.
I mean, so
yeah,
send
if
the rookie.
Nobody from inside the ship can disarm it. Claymore.
I didn't say they can't. They just have to make an attempt.
okay.
Whether or not they can is up to them.
I made the roll.
All right, see? He could do it. It's all fine. It's good. Okay. Okay, I misunderstood.
That was very risky.
Yep. Just blows up. Damn, dog. Yeah, let me get the door for you, Vuvu.
Hager got what he wanted.
Yep.
He's the sergeant now.
Didn't have to do anything. Nice. Remember, he knows what he was doing. Okay, in that case, all 5 SOF are inside as well. With you
So
guys.
I guess it's also clear to say that I have the Claymore with me now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that would make sense to me. Yes. Okay, so you're all huddled up. Eventually, Gannon sees the UPP, and he's like, he looks at you, Tagar. He's like, "You didn't say it was a UPP squad." And he says this audibly, and Vuvu hears it. She says, well, "You didn't say you had a company man with you. Interesting."
I thought I did. I thought I mentioned we had an appraiser.
Yeah, an insurance appraiser.
Oh, you did. Okay, scratch it from the record.
There we go. Sarge has got this under control.
Maybe he does know what he's doing.
Are just giving away all our secrets.
Well, then she would say something along the lines of, "Does my presence unnerve you, company man?" And you can see he's nervous and flustered, it seems.
Shaking in his boots, are we?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Herschel...
Very loose, John.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Herschel comes over to you, Tagar, as this is going on, and he kind of whispers to you. He's like, "Are you sure this is a good idea? We can trust him?"
I don't trust any of them.
I don't like where this is going, Tagar. First we're told it's a different ship, and now UPP is here.
Yeah. Something doesn't look right. It's not adding up.
No.
How did we know this ship was here if it's not ours?
A good question. I'll keep an eye on Weaver so you don't have to worry about her. You can
Roger.
focus on this situation, and he kind of motions to the UPP and Gannon and everything else. As you were saying, Sean?
I was just making fun of Gannon's boots and pointing that out to the Commandant.
Oh, please do.
Yeah. yeah, I'll tap her like, take a look at his boots. Those are more than my monthly salary.
Typical Wayland Yutani.
Yeah. I bet he has
Way to build
Wayland
rapport.
branded underwear.
And Gannon, he tries to, defend himself, I'll have you know. But everyone just kind of gets a laugh out of it, and he just looks really upset.
Man, if he's going to betray us, I'm going to be the first one to die. Jesus Christ.
So, Sergeant...
So to be clear, there are still some UPP outside?
No, they all went inside, because they don't know you're there, so they went inside.
Okay, so on comms, I'll send word to the sergeant, like, Sarge, I can sneak up behind, just give me the word. We can start this show.
I'm gonna back away a little bit to where I can speak to comms without people hearing me.
That's gonna be tough. You'll need to make a roll. There's a lot of people down here right now, and you're in a tight, confined space. So if you want to get far enough away, it'll probably be noticeable.
Okay.
So I would need a mobility test to do like a sleight of hand type of thing. To whisper to the point where nobody hears you. Linger to the side where nobody notices. Do you want to push?
You want to do a dark deal?
God, that's what second edition needs. Please, Free League.
Yes. Somehow, a dark deal.
Yeah. Dark deals to the Chaos Gods and Alien, please.
Can I try and...
Okay.
Push it in.
I was going to say, can I try and, distract during... when I see him kind of back up?
Well, you don't necessarily see it, right? Because you don't... Well, you probably heard
But I would hear O'Connell. I would hear O'Connell asking for a signal.
Take a bonus die for the assist, then.
So are we taught Morse code?
Astari's battle sign? No. Probably not this day and age. I would imagine Morse code's probably a thing of the past. Especially because, remember, it is canon that... not Ganon, canon. That Lieutenant Morgan was using old code to get you guys the message about Mishka. And I kind of envisioned it was like some sort of Morse code that he sent. So...
Got it. Okay.
Old-timers might still know it, and there's probably some people that still use it, but I don't think it's part of, basic training or anything.
Okay.
Maybe something like a Comtech Marine might learn, but I think something like that would probably be more for a special... I don't know. Eric, you tell us, is that something that's traditionally taught to everybody, or is that, for specialties?
No.
Okay. Is it still taught?
I'm sure it's taught somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Or it might even be an additional class that you could take.
Yeah. So, if you don't need to know it, then they're not going to waste their time teaching you, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. None of you know it, then. It's canon. It's for Comtech Marines. They work with radios and shit. Makes sense. God, look at the world building we do. This is fantastic. Okay, so you sneak off. What do you say?
O'Connell, I'm thinking about, getting everybody out of here real quick, and maybe you jury rigging one of the explosives to go off on the barrel to kind of, get these guys when we're all exiting.
On the barrel, sir?
The oil drum that we got that we're gonna use to explode things. to blow up the ship. Kill 2 birds, 1 stone. They're trapped inside with a burning ship.
Where are the barrels are still on your backs, right? Or where are they right now?
There's only 1 barrel left, and Herschel's carrying it.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably placed it down, and it's in the junction right now. So I mean, she'd probably mention that Vuvu would when she sees it, but I mean, he's probably not carrying it actively because. Well, I mean, I guess he could. You guys tell me, is he carrying it or would he put it down?
I think he imagined he put it down once he got on the ship.
Okay, if he's taking care of Weaver, probably.
That's what I thought too. He's kind of like they've kind of like set up a little base of operations in the hallway there, as best they can. So.
All right, Saj. Okay, you got my claymore in there to get with Horschel with it, and I'm gonna set up a trap outside the exit as well. I'm not gonna have the sensor on it, but once I see that everybody gets out of the ship that's not UPP, I'll shoot the claymore and detonate it that way.
Roger that. We'll try to get to the command center so we can get a message out. Other than that, we can probably jury-rig their ship to get out of here.
All right, I think at that point you wouldn't have much more time to talk. We'll assume Vuvu's like QTC drum, and she looks at you guys for like an explanation. You see, she looks to the sergeant, and then she actually looks over to you, Broderick, like she expects you to actually give a answer. She expects.
I mean, what else is QTC used for, right?
All right. So, Sergeant, shall we come up with a plan here? Should we split up?
Yeah, we could definitely split up. Again, my own main concern is getting. I want to check out the communication so I can see if I get a message sent out. You know, just my own peace of mind, and then I'll be off the ship, and you guys can take over.
She thinks about that for a moment. Perhaps we should intermingle our squads to keep everyone honest.
Sure.
Half and half sound all right to you?
That sounds fair to me. And then, you know, once we're ready to leave, I guess we'll go our separate raids. You guys continue to do what you need in the ship, and we'll head on out.
All right, then. So, let me move your guys' tokens here. Okay, so Vuvu is going to take 2 of her guys. And she's actually going to, like, kind of look to you, Johnson, and, like, motion for you to join her. And then, like, whoever else wants to join her.
No, Vovo, may I ask one quick favor?
Over, sir.
Depends.
Vovo. Sorry.
Depends on the favor, I suppose.
Can I ask that our civilians here can be off the ship? Because if we don't know if there's any still danger on here, I'd rather them not be injured in the process.
She looks over Gannon for a moment, and you see he's like trying to protest. He's like, Sergeant, you need me to control the pups. Do you want the maps or not? Give me a manipulation test for Vuvu. This will be opposed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oof.
0 successes. Would you like to push?
No.
Oh, are you trained in manipulation?
No.
Oh, the sergeant is trained.
No, but that's where all the stress is coming from.
Yeah.
She says, I think it's best that we all stay on the ship. Again, for keeping everyone honest.
Very well.
It's not that I don't trust you, Sergeant, but it's that I don't trust you. As I'm sure you don't trust us completely.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And you can see Ganon does not look happy about this situation, and he decides to go with the Sarge in the other squad, away from Vuvu. So let's split up the groups here. I'll put Vuvu's group over here. We'll get rid of these dead bugs. We don't need them anymore. Goodbye, dead bugs. Did nothing for us. Okay, so let's get these things out of the fucking way. Yeah, so split up your squads however you'd like. Ganon's gonna go with Schmidt. Herschel's gonna stay with Weaver in the hallway. Vuvu, when she sees the injured Weaver, you know, Herschel's like, Sergeant, can I stay here with Weaver?
Of course, take care of her.
And Vuvu doesn't seem to object to that. How do you guys want to split everybody else up? Well, we're gonna do this. Ogata's going with the Sarge, so we have an NPC in each. Well, I don't want the NPC in the same group as Sean. So, Tagar.
And then.
And you guys have 3 SOF members with you as well. So Tagar, which squad do you go with?
So Johnson's over there.
By himself.
I guess I'm gonna go with Johnson.
You sure? You don't want to leave him alone with UPP named Commando?
I mean, I know that's what Schmidt wants, but...
Damn! Shots fired. Okay. So, where... I'll tell you what. At this point, we'll say the pups have finished. I'll give you guys a view of the map here. Which I think, unfortunately, is going to get rid of our sweet lighting. But, so be it. How do I configure... Oh, here we go. Global illumination. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
So you can see the southern part of the map, the stuff with the dotted line, that's the ship, but that part is underwater. And then you can see the front part of the ship here. This is where the mud bank is. So either it's under the mud bank or it's underwater. And I'll tell you what, it's our halfway point. Let's take our break. Let's get Dr. Pepper. Review the map. There's going to be a quiz. And we'll pick it up and see how well you can get along with the UPP. All right, we'll be right back.
I like this
Viewers,
situation.
listeners. Oh, I love it. Love it!
BRB boys. Well, he showed us the Dr. Pepper.
I know. I switched to Dr. Pepper for Chris.
You know what?
No.
Now that we're back, I was going to say, I realized I took out a little can, and I don't know why, when I could have had a full one. I wasn't even thinking. Mistakes were
On the
made.
Rebel today.
Yeah.
Going Mexican Fanta.
Nice, nice, nice.
I've
I'm
got
drinking
water.
whiskey.
None of those are Dr. Pepper, so no one cares. But I
Whiskey's
also...
usually my choice.
Pepper in the whiskey.
Now we can talk. Yeah. I did get a mixer though from Nino's tonight, Sean. One of the flurries, like basically their McFlurry. So I've got that sugar bomb waiting for me when we're done.
Oh, jeez.
So I guess in hindsight, maybe that's why I picked up the little can. I don't know.
Yeah, you intrinsically knew you had to reduce your sugar intake.
Yeah, only 90 calories. How about that?
I have a little bit of alien trivia that I want to share now that everyone's back. Because I, for the life of me, every time I've watched Alien, and they first show this face hugger where they're dissecting it, I'm like, man, that looks so good. And I never looked into it. I finally got off my ass to look into the special effects behind this. I don't know if you guys already know what that was.
I don't.
No?
But on the bottom of the face hugger when they're prodding it, it's like it is a mixture of chicken gizzards and clam.
Ew.
And
Wow.
they're talking about how because that's just sitting under studio lights for hours. So the actors would talk about how disgusting the set smelled all the time while they were doing this. And I was like, man, that looks so fucking great. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Perfectly executed. One of the best special effects I think ever in the whole movie. Like, the acid's cool, but you can tell it's styrofoam now. A lot of it's dated now. It's kind of aged a little bit. The face hugger is chef's kiss still, man.
Yeah, so it's actual organic material sitting on a fucking tray. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
It's
cool.
all fucking wet
So
and
cool.
shit. Yeah. Love it. All right. Well, we don't have chicken gizzards here, folks, but if we're lucky, we might see someone's gizzard laying on the floor if things go south here. So, we're back inside the ship. The pups have finished. They've returned to Gannon. He's putting them back in the case. He's cranky and upset because of the situation. You've split into two groups, one being led by Commandant Vuvu, with two SOF members, Tagar and Johnson joining her squad. The other squad is Sergeant Schmidt, leading Gannon, Ogata, and the other three SOF troops. O'Connell has remained outside, unbeknownst to the SOF, and Herschel and Weaver have remained in the junction for now. So, where do you guys go?
Well, my group, I know for sure it's going to be heading towards the computer mainframe.
Okay. All right. I need to bring up my notes here so I know what the fuck is in each of these rooms. 1 second. Locations? That sounds about right. Yep. Okay. I assume Vuvu knows where to go for the thing.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna be
Yeah, so I'm going to
directing.
check. Well, I mean, if you guys want to give a suggestion, we don't have to necessarily assume she's going to just take over here, but...
I mean, we were told to find personnel, so the hypersleep bay might be something.
Well, that's underwater, right?
Part of
yeah.
it is. Part of it
Okay.
is. Basically, this dark part here, that indicates fully submerged. But while you're walking through here, there are parts where it's up to knee-deep water. Sometimes only ankle-deep, but everything is flooded to some degree. And the ship is kind of... If this is the ship straight on, it crashed like this. So this part, like the further down areas, like where these two fingers would be, this is like actually underwater. So the water line is like right there between my fingers, so to speak. Like that's where it kind of is. So,
Gotcha.
but because it's been sitting here for so long, you know, and the ship is not like still one piece. It's kind of like sagged apart. But that's kind of what the map is supposed to represent here.
I'll probably ask about this in about 30 minutes.
Okay, good. I figured as much. Yeah. Wait. So where'd you guys go?
You now.
Yeah. Where did you guys go? I think she would want to go to the hypersleep base too, actually. So we'll assume that's where you guys will start marching. So you guys make it past here, and then Schmidt, do you guys go up to the north and around the long hallway at the top of the map?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and move your dude, and I'll move the others with you.
I guess drag them over there.
You can't because there's... Well, you gotta drag them, like, through the walls, around the walls. Okay. All right.
Schmidt just sprints past us in the exit corner.
Yeah. So you guys all march down the center here, right? Towards the power station? And then you guys split up, basically? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. O'Connell, what are you doing this whole time?
I'm setting the trap outside, so I'm setting the claymore in a position on the back of the ship where the hatch is, so that I can shoot it from afar and hopefully collapse the exit in some capacity or destroy the exit.
Are you attaching it to the exit itself, or like somewhere around the exit?
I think I'd put it physically on the ship. Yeah,
Okay, but so is it on the door or like next to the door?
kind of on the side, so I'll have a vantage point to shoot it
Okay.
easily,
Gotcha.
and it go into the
Easy enough to do. There's no test for that, I don't think. Especially because you already set the first one, so you know what you're doing. Okay. Where should we begin? Who wants to go first?
The hypersleep bay sounds pretty awesome, so I say.
Fucking coward.
All right, let's just see. Okay, so first off, you guys make your way through the power station here. You can see there's a variety of machinery that may or may not still be functional. You're not sure, but like I said, it's pitch black in here. Everyone's got lights on. The UPP have flashlights on the end of their guns, basically. Lights on the end of their guns they're using. Anyone who wishes can make an observation test when you move through the power station.
Oh, so does it include me and Ogata too?
Yes, because you guys went through. Okay. Schmidt, you passed, but you do panic, so Ogata stress is going to go up by 1. As is Ganon's, although I don't know if it'll matter for him, but we'll see. Johnson again.
I've only dropped items. I don't know what.
Wow. Okay. Do you have anything left to drop?
Yeah, I think. I have the folding winch, an RPG, and an incinerator unit.
Okay. I'm actually going to roll here, because there is a chance that something real bad could happen. So, you said incinerator, RPG, and what else?
A winch.
Okay, we're going to D3 it top to bottom, just like you listed them in order. And I'll explain why in a second. Okay, you luck out. It's the winch. So, as you're crossing through, all of a sudden when you step, there's no floor. And it causes you to stumble. And please make a mobility test here, because this is actually a dangerous situation. You actually hurt yourself a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't make that private. It was supposed to be...
Oh my god.
Okay. So, you fall. You take a point of damage. All right? No armor's going to help you here. What happens is, you go to step, and there's no floor underneath you. And you fall all the way to where, like, it feels like your leg is in some sort of hole. And it basically goes all the way up to basically your groin. Like, that's how deep the hole is. So, between banging your legs against the wall, you know, maybe even hitting your groin on the ground here, or getting twisted in such a way that you, like could almost break your leg, you land hard, and it fucking hurts. And you can feel, basically, your leg is completely submerged in water, and you realize, as you're pulling yourself up, or maybe as Tagar helps you up off the floor, there's an open ladder hatch that you guys couldn't see under the water, and you stepped right into it, and you almost fell into it.
That could have been bad.
Everyone else either saw it or just walked around it, or maybe they just got lucky and they didn't step in the wrong spot.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, your stress goes down by 1. All friendlies go up by 1. The UPP are not considered friendlies in that regard yet. They're just not enemies. So Tagar, your stress goes up by 1 when you see him almost plummet. You realize, oh shit, he could have probably broke his leg if that was any worse.
Better be careful, or we're going to leave you back with Weaver.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a not bad deal. Just sitting down and not working.
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
She's unconscious. I don't think she'll be upset. Herschel, tell Weaver we joked about her.
Affirmative.
Not we.
Vuvu turns back. Are you okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Could be way worse if I fell all the way down. Just to clarify, I still don't have a signature item.
No.
Right?
No. You
Cool.
will be without a signature item this mission. If you find something you wish to use as your signature item, we'll say you can use it next mission, but you're not just going to pick up a random thing and be like, oh yeah, this is going to comfort me from now on. But if you find something that's like, oh yeah, this will be cool later, and like your character,
It would
has some
definitely
time
be the piece of the.
That's what I thought, but like,
chip. Yeah,
I
but
think
not now yet.
you got to survive the mission, and it's like, okay, this was lucky. Like, you know, it got me through the day.
My personal agenda is being stressed really hard.
Okay, so you guys creep down the hall. Vuvu seems to know where she's going. She probably has a map of the ship, and she says this way. And she turns the corner, and you guys make your way into the hypersleep bay. So you guys are free to move your tokens in there. And you can see there are rows and rows of hypersleep pods. You can see there's a crack in the hull towards the back of the room. Not quite big enough for you guys to maybe crawl through, but big enough that water has submerged a significant portion of the room. It looks like there is a total of 20 hypersleep pods in here. And most of them appear to be offline or half buried in the muck and the water and the mud. However, you do see... Well, let me rephrase that. You can tell there's supposed to be 20 pods in here. There's only 19. You're assuming the one outside is the missing one, and you realize these are all UA cryopods. They are not UPP cryopods. You notice there are 3 that seem to be functioning and still operational. They have people inside that still look alive. The other pods all are also occupied, but much like the one outside, they appear deceased. Rotted far beyond being here for a few weeks. Most of them are picked clean like the one outside, as if they've been here for far longer.
Do any of the bodies look exploded like the ones outside?
No, they do not.
I'll go onto the comms. Sarge, we got 3 viable cryopods here of UA make, so we can at least accomplish that portion of our mission.
You see Vuvu is over by one of the pods. She's wiping away because it's all fogged up, trying to get a good look inside. What do you guys do?
Do cryopods have, like, names on them or things you can access on the data?
Sometimes. Really depends on the make of the pod.
Okay.
These do not appear to have any sort of statistical information that's like stored in it or on it. It looks like you just have to like look at the person inside and either they might have a name tag or something. Otherwise, you just have to let them out.
And the cryopods can be moved, right?
They are meant to be detached and moved. Yes, they can be.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, the one that's outside the ship got moved.
But it looks like it was ejected violently.
Well, it still came out, right? I mean, the pod itself is more or less intact. It's just the dude inside didn't quite make it, so...
Right.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Almost escaped.
Yeah, we ejected him. Unfortunately, we ejected him at, 300 miles an hour through atmosphere into a planet. So...
Johnson will go up to Bufu. Is there anything else you can tell us about this? You guys got 20 cryopods in here. UA, I don't even know, civilians, prisoners, but...
So, as you ask her that, and you see she's wiped away the fog, you see inside, much clearer, because these pods are intact, they're not filled with water, the seal hasn't been broken. You can see the one guy that she's looking at. It's a male, clearly, big build. You see he is indeed wearing an orange jumpsuit that looks an awful lot like a prison uniform to you. And you can see he's got some sort of rebreather mask on, it looks like. You can see... it looks like he's got some sort of label on his shirt, but you can't quite make it out through the fog. And she looks to you and she says, "This is the cargo we were sent to retrieve.
Okay.
Part of your UA experiments that my command wants." She looks you up and down for a moment, deciding if she should say more. And then she actually turns towards you, kind of shining the light on you a little bit. She says, "You have to understand, as I said, you might not know this, but it is your people that started this arms race. My people are trying to find a way to defend ourselves, should the need arise."
So when she says, like, this arms race, is she talking about something that happened, like, 400 years ago? Or...
You think
like,
she's talking about the present.
Nebraska.
Yeah, you're not sure she's referring to the border bombers or not, but it definitely seems like she's referring to the current rising tensions. I mean, outright war has not been declared officially between either nation, but people like General Vaughn are basically like, we're at war, and obviously combat actions have happened between your two nations. Or super nations? I don't know what we'd call it, since it's a conglomerate of nations.
So you were sent to retrieve the bodies?
Or the living.
Well, we had hoped there would be survivors. It seems there is.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
what makes these special?
She kind of bites her lower lip, looks at the body. Take a look for yourself.
And so Roderick will ask, is it the point inside his chest and then kind of motion like exploding out? That kind of thing?
She just gives you a slight nod. You sure you don't know more than you've already told me? Private? Corporal? You're Corporal, right?
Private first class.
Actually, you told her your name. She'll call you Broderick.
Yeah. No, but when I showed you that exploded out torso, you didn't look surprised, so your command obviously tells you more.
Not always willingly. I've seen a few things. I've seen what this arms race is doing, and the danger it causes to everyone. But I do have to put my country before the others. Just as I'm sure
So there's
you
something
would do for yours.
inside. So there's something inside these bodies.
In a manner of
And
speaking.
Then I'm gonna like look down and see if I can like inspect the body.
Okay. I'll need an observation test just because the fog is pretty bad on this, and it's hard to make out more details than what I've already told you. Optional, you don't have to, but if you want to get more info. Okay.
Keeping it tug, thank God.
Makes sense. So you bend over, you get real close to the glass. You realize it's not a rebreather mask on this guy. It is some sort of creature that is covering his entire face. It looks like at one point it was a flesh-colored creature. It looks kind of pale now. You can see it looks like it's got, for legs, like a spider almost, the legs look like long, elongated human fingers. And you can tell they probably wrap almost around to the back of this guy's head. And you can see it's got a tail that is wrapped around this guy's neck a couple times. You'd guess enough to be at least a 2 to 3 foot tail. You're going to gain a point of stress when you see that, too.
Wonderful.
When she sees your reaction, I mean, you don't freak out totally, but you're obviously a little startled. She says, "Do you see?"
I see, all right. You've seen that before?
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna look in the other pods and see if like all of the bodies have those.
Yes.
Commandant Fufu, can I speak to you outside for a bit?
She looks to her two men and, like, you know, nods like it'll be okay. Just keep an eye on Tagar, and yeah, she'll go out there with you in the hall. So
And I would like to turn off my camera.
Okay.
And I will motion for her.
Pull an O'Connell.
And then I kill her in cold blood.
No.
Are you going to join
yeah.
the UPP? That'd be pretty cool.
Turn off the camera and like my comms,
Okay.
and then kind of like motion for her to do the same.
I don't actually know if the UPP have cameras on their suits.
Not in the budget.
Well, hold on. Let me.
On brand.
Oh wait, hold on. Her actual character sheet, she's got a compression suit, but she's not wearing a compression suit right now. She's wearing the armor. Let me just check real quick. 6B90 combat armor. Let's see what that's all about. Built-in comm unit, bulkier and heavier than its Colonial Marine equivalent. The 6B90 is the standard personal armor of UPP troops and protects the neck, shoulders, torso, and crotch of the wearer. It is equipped with a full-motion tactical camera system that transmits video and vitals to a local command. Okay, so it's basically the same thing.
Right.
She, give me a manipulation test when you tell her to turn off her camera.
I've gotten like 4 stunts on manipulations. Can't this just work?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
You see, she looks at you, she crosses her arms, then you see she hits the button.
Obviously, you know more about what's going on than we do. But if these are actual bioweapons, we don't want my people or your people getting them. It just means more people are going to die. We should just, if we can, obviously those are UA prisoners, but just, we brought, some explosives, right? That barrel you saw. We leave it here, we blow it up. These bioweapons never get out, and neither of our people have to suffer because of them.
You see she considers this for a long moment, and she says, "You seem to be a smart soldier, Broderick, but you must understand that I have to serve my people as well. Your people started these experiments. Weyland-Yutani, these secret projects. Project Life Force, the Dark Star program, they just feed off of one another. And now they're trying to breed these things, make an army of them, make them controllable to release on my people. We've started our own program to make sure if the UA does this, we have a way to defend ourselves against these monsters. I can't leave here empty-handed."
Right. You can get the flight recorder, take that knowledge. There's probably some kind of science data on the ship. We can't let active bioweapons out, right? It's only going to be way worse for both our people.
These are your people's bioweapons, Broderick.
It's.
What do you think? What do you think that corporate agent is doing here? He hasn't said it yet, but he's going to. When he finds out these are here, I would be surprised if he wasn't sent here for these in the first place.
I don't disagree, but he's not UA. He's Weyland-Yutani.
Weyland-Yutani is the UA.
Weyland-Yutani is its own entity.
I thought you were smarter than that, Broderick. Maybe you haven't figured it all out yet.
Well, UA is separate. Weyland-Yutani could eventually overthrow our government and just set itself up. Who knows? But this is way more dangerous than we think. I don't want anyone from UPP or UA to die. And if Weyland-Yutani blew up in flames, I'd be a happy man.
I can't make any promises, but I will consider what you've said.
Okay. So, let's do our best to make sure that the most people live out of this.
That I can agree to.
All right.
Tagar, what do you do while you're in here? Oh, also, Tagar, you do notice when you pass your test, you can clearly see the name badge and it's like a serial number. It says HK 4413-07.
Can you repeat that?
Yes. I'll just put it in the chat so I don't have to, because it's a bunch of stupid numbers.
Okay, cool.
But yes, in case it comes up, there you go. Apparently Vuvu just shouted it across the ship for everybody to see.
I'm going to, I guess, report the information about the cryopods and the creatures to Sergeant Schmidt so that he has the information.
Okay. Just to Schmidt, or is it on open comms so O'Connell hears?
Open comms to O'Connell too.
Okay.
To our squad.
Yep.
Herschel would hear.
Yep. Yeah.
And at this point, I know Gannon doesn't have comms to us now.
Correct. Yes. Okay. So yeah, you filled in on the squad. Does anybody say anything?
My comms are off at this point, so no.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't hear it. Oh, that's even better.
Oh, so good. Story writes itself.
It really does. It really does.
What do you think, Tagar? What's the next move in there?
I don't know, Sergeant. This is not what we came down here for. This is not our ship, but these are our pods.
Mother, how knowledgeable is common knowledge of the Dog Wars? Like, how much
Fair.
would we know as Marines?
Fairly common. So, I'm not going to dig through the notes because it's buried in the book. But if my memory serves me correctly,
I know. I'm just asking if O'Connell knows.
why don't you fill us in? Because I don't want to. I might get it wrong, but I think I recall what it is. But if you recall, go ahead.
You know the gist. Like a few decades ago, there were the Chinese arm of the UPP was conducting corporate experiments on POWs, and the UA said no and got super involved and basically pushed back the Chinese forces out of a big region of space as a huge fucking war.
That does jog my memory. They were not part of the UPP at that point. What happened is when they got pushed back, I believe the UA, the Three World Empire, and the Independent Core System colonies formed an alliance and pushed the Chinese forces back to what they called the Red Line. And at that point, China reached out to Russia and or the UPP. I don't know if the UPP was formed yet. And when Russia got involved, that made a stalemate. And that stalemate where the lines were drawn was called the Red Line. But China lost a tremendous amount of territory, which then the UA, was like, we're, freeing these worlds, but they basically annexed them. And after that was done is when China joined the UPP. Or the UPP was formed, one of the two.
And to be clear, the corpses we have found so far have been dusty bones, pretty much, right? Yeah, so
yes.
O'Connell on comms, experiments. Sarge, this might be some kind of leftovers from the Dog Wars. They might be trying to recover some kind of, I don't know, some kind of secrets from the old Chinese government.
You think so? From that long ago, huh?
We got UA pods in a UPP ship. What is that about? This isn't adding up whatsoever.
And they're saying something's inside these people.
I really like.
I don't want
like
to see what comes out.
I like that theory, O'Connell. That's actually really interesting.
Very cool.
You're saying they're saying that there's things inside these people?
They're saying there's something inside. It's something looks like it burst out the one that's sitting outside.
Yeah, it's candy.
We know the UPP is already working with monsters. I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility based on what we saw back on, was it Talos, I think, right?
Azura was the planet. It was the
Azura.
colony. What the fuck was the name of the planet? Oh my god.
Hold on.
Map.
I have notes on Cruz.
Oh my God.
Cerberus was the name of the planet. Talos, I think you're thinking of something else you may have read of in another book, Scaarr. There is something called Talos in Alien RPG. Spoilers.
Whoa.
There's something in Alien called Talos. Just like there's probably something called Cerberus or Chimera.
Or Helios, or
Yeah.
Those dumb names.
We're such nerds.
Well, while this is happening, let's switch over to Adam's squad, because they would have had time to make their way down to the maintenance bay. Because you got to cross through that first before you get to the computer mainframe. So we'll let Adam play the game a little bit here, tonight. That might be fun. Where are we? The sensor maintenance bay. Okay. So when you come through here, Schmidt, you would know that this is kind of like a sensor suite, and this would attach to the outside sensor antenna array, and Gannon would point out, and you can tell he kind of like whispers to you so the UPP don't necessarily hear him. He's like, this is where, if we get this up and running, we should be able to contact the Tambatam.
Roger that. Let's get this going then.
When you get in here, please make an observation roll, if you so choose. I'll make one for Ogata. Do you want me to make one for Ogata? Your choice.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right. Well, Ogata's also sitting at 5 stress, so...
Adam, how?
Wow! Crushing it, Ogata. Okay.
You had 11 dice. Nothing.
Nothing. Just absolutely nothing.
Ogata's got 11 dice. 3 6s.
So Schmidt begins to tremble. And this actually makes sense. The reason you begin to tremble is because you see, scurrying out of the water, 3 of the flatfish. Ogata, who's already paranoid about these things, sees all 3 of them and immediately begins to open fire. So I'm going to let Ogata take a free shot here, because I think it makes sense. He's ready.
Thank God.
And he is spraying. He didn't do full auto, but he annihilates one of them, and it just explodes instantly.
It's so upsetting.
Yeah.
You guys clowned on Ogata.
You guys hear, "Oh shit!" and just gunfire. Not
When I hear
again.
gunfire, I'm gonna radio on comms, be like, that better not be Doc.
You probably hear him screaming down the hall. He's not that far away.
100 legs.
Yeah.
100 legs.
Yeah. So you guys are in here basically as this goes down. We'll have to do initiative for everybody else because these things are fast. Fastest. Whoops, wait, we can't begin combat. There's no one on the combat tracker. All right, add yourselves. We probably just do the North Squad. We probably don't need everybody else.
Oh my God.
I don't think Gannon has a gun, but we'll put him on here. Oh wait, we gotta put the.
He can fist him.
Okay, like true professionals, the SOF are up first. So they see these things come charging out, and they will open fire. And they're cool, they're calm, they're collected. So here we go. I think the first guy is gonna aim, cause I'm that nice of a guy. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Okay, second one is dead. Just take him off the map. And we'll assume the other 2 guys are not going to aim, but we'll assume between 2 of them, it's probably going to die. So we'll just roll this here twice.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. You hear more gunshots. This time you can tell it's UPP AK-40-47s. And then it all goes quiet. And Ogata stops screaming. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
Oh, poor Ogata.
Sarge, everything okay over there?
Yeah, God, I found some more of his friends.
There's fucking 3 of them this time! You didn't even see them!
Yeah.
You
You know what they say? You only see what you want to see.
You could hear Ogata mumbling under his breath. The 3 UPP say something in Russian, but you don't understand what they're saying. And then they chuckle. Okay.
Probably like, dumb American scum.
Basically, yeah. Oh, you do speak UPP. Okay. What else do you do when you're in here?
We're gonna try to get this computer working. So I see that there is a console here, right?
Yes, so you will need a heavy machinery roll and a comtech roll. The heavy machinery is basically to reconnect everything physically, to jury rig it together. The comtech is then to actually try to get it working and powered up again. Damn, son! That's a good roll, except you panicked.
Yep.
It's not great. You drop an item.
Not a 10 though, so you still succeed.
Okay, your stress goes up by 1. You did pass. So you have some stunts here. What do you want to do with your stunts, if anything?
Do it quicker. And
choice.
save one for later.
Good.
And
choice. Okay. All right, let's see what you have that could possibly be dropped.
A lot of shit.
You do. You do have a lot of stuff. Okay, so we got the med kit, the CBRN kit, your glasses,
No, not the glasses.
maintenance jack, the rope. Okay, we'll roll a d6 here and see.
Man, imagine having so many items.
Yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I had that many items before I was down to 1.
Some local is just gonna be foraging in the woods and just
Okay.
find all your shit.
So much stuff like signed by Broderick.
Is everything that's currently on your inventory, is this correct?
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yep.
Okay.
Ominous.
That's super bad.
What did I roll?
A 5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you are so lucky. I thought it was a 6 for a second. Your polymer rope gets caught as you're like going through all this wreckage and detritus. It unstrings itself and it disappears under the water.
All right. And then you still need a contact, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hey, what's it like, dog? I don't know what it's like to panic so much.
Okay. Your stress and everyone... So Ganon and Ogata stress goes up by 1. You're getting a little jumpy. You freeze. Just too bad. But as you're trying to connect this, you realize that this is going to take a lot more time than you thought. This is probably hours of work.
Chris, I don't think Adam reduced his or removed his panic after the drop item. Because the panic is increased by 1 step.
Oh.
And he's got the -2 stress roll ability or talent.
I wish... What did you actually roll? What is your...
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't tell us, which is super fucking annoying.
It says stress... How much stress are you at?
6.
You're at 6 stress.
Plus
Okay.
a 3,
That would be another 9.
right? And then it leveled it up to 10, but then he would be at -2 because of a talent.
Well, it only be, it pushes up to 10 because he's at a 9, but he would have rolled a 9 and then -2, so it'd
Again.
be 7,
7.
which is your stress goes up by 1, and so does everybody else's. So, your stress
Better than freezing.
Yes, everybody's stress goes up by 1. You do pass, and oh wait, no, you know why? Because
Yeah.
he's also suffering from number 8, which is the -2 agility, and that does stay in effect.
Okay.
So if he had rolled, it would have bumped it up. It goes down to 7, but he's still panicking. 1 higher than 8 would be
Up to
9, so it would be
9.
drop item again.
Okay.
Okay, well now we're down to not D6 items, D5 items.
But you still succeed.
Your glasses slip
No.
off
No.
your face as you
It's messed up, Chris.
hey, count it. Number 1, med kit. Number 2, CBRN detection kit. Number 3, what comes after that? Bimex personal shades. It's right here on the fucking list. All right?
Rigged.
Rigged. Bullshit.
How am I supposed to save people without style?
They plop into the water and they disappear.
Fuck. It's my favorite glasses.
Oh god, it's like, would you fucking stop worrying about the glasses and just get the thing up and running?
We're gonna be here a
You
while.
people and your glasses, man. Who fucking cares? Just put more back on the ship.
You don't understand. These glasses have been with me for a long time.
I don't care.
Just tell Doc to keep an eye out for more bugs.
Ugh. You got another one of those pills, Ogata, or are you just useless?
Oh. He's reaching into his bag. I don't know, does he? I guess I should look at his character sheet. I'm looking at the wrong one. That doesn't help. Yeah, he has none. I'm like, he has 3 left. He's like,
Ugh.
yeah, I have a few.
It's a fucking walking pharmacy, dude.
Ogata's at 6 stress.
Are
You
you-
might want to take one.
Are you sure? You're not supposed to take more than one of these, and at a time.
Listen here. I already lost my glasses from freaking out.
Oh, well,
I
in
need
that
to
case,
get
take the pill. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
it. Pop the pill.
Okay.
Yes, I want to do narcotics because I lost my favorite dice.
Your stress goes down to 0. However, we get to check out the somewhat homemade addiction rules because they're not amazing in this. They're not very well thought out. Had to do the right thing though. Okay, I need you to make. Okay, so first thing, no matter what, if you take more than 1 dose in the same shift of this drug, and this is for many narcotics, but for this one in particular, every dose you take beyond the first gives you a cumulative -1 agility. So you are now at a total of -3 agility because of that and your panic result that you're still suffering from.
Ooh.
All right.
In addition, you must make a stamina test for each thing you take, each dose you take in the same shift beyond the first, and it gets more difficult. So this is the first time, so it's straight up, but every one after this will be -1, -2, -3. So give me a stamina test. If you pass, you're fine. If you fail, you've become addicted to nap relief.
All right. And that was at a -3, right?
Your -3 is for agility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stamina's
sorry.
strength. So
Oh, just barely. Okay. You feel great?
Yeah.
Why do they have warning labels on this? I feel great. Give me another one, Ogata.
Yeah, pop it on. Like candy.
Yeah. I don't know if Ogata would take one yet, seeing as he's the doc. He knows the risks, so I think it makes sense that he might hold off.
but he has his item, so he'd probably use his item.
He does. He's got his toy cart that,
That he bought back.
yeah, capsule stuffed in the vending machine. Oh, that was
For like
great.
$5.
Yep. I was like, oh, this is the perfect size item that'll actually fit in a vending machine. This is
That's
great.
so funny.
Like, there's a fucking Snickers bar that comes out, and then you see the fucking toy car sitting there.
It's not a Snickers. It's like an Almond Joy. No one buys it, so it's stuck behind like
Almond
3
Joy
almond-
is delicious. You watch your dirty whore mouth.
I like coconut, but no one buys Almond Joys.
Because they're wrong.
I don't like.
You know,
Can't do coconut.
side story really quick here.
No.
Funny, interesting story. JJ's dad, back in the day, you know JJ, right?
No, I don't think so.
You've met JJ. You know JJ. Anyway,
Not
JJ's
JJ.
JJ's. You know JJ, right? Scaarr, you know JJ, right? Okay. So,
Everybody knows JJ.
JJ's dad
Fuck me, I guess.
used to, and correct me if I'm wrong on the story here, vaguely, Eric, but he used to do something where he would, he worked for a company, like a candy company, and his job was to go into stores, whether it was like, you know, convenience store or gas station or like, you know, Games Plus. They got their candy racks, right? And he would be their rep. Be like, okay, I need 2 displays of M&Ms. I need one of this, one of that, right? And he told me a story once where he was like, I went in there and this guy had like 4 racks of the same candy bar and they were like all full. And after talking to the guy, I like discovered that was his favorite candy bar. And I had to explain to him, like, you need to put a variety because not everybody likes what you like. And if you put a variety, you'll sell more and you won't have 4 full boxes here. And I'm pretty sure the story was this guy liked Almond Joys. And to your credit, I think it's true. Most people don't like Almond Joys because they're dirty heathens. And they're wrong. But yeah, so the guy's sitting there with like, you know, a fucking case of Almond Joys or M&Ms or whatever the fuck it is, and he's not selling any because nobody else is buying them except him.
That's funny.
So
It's not what you like, it's what the consumer likes.
exactly.
I used to work for a candy factory, and I got to know some of the sales. I got to know some of the sales staff, and some of them would have to go into like stores, and I knew one guy who would go in near the end of the day, and then he would just, you know, make sure that all of our stuff was at like the front end, and then pull it all forward because he knew no one was gonna go in like really early. It's just like, yeah, it's what I do. I go in, I make sure it's all at the front, and then I pull all our stuff forward. I push some of the other nice stuff back, and you know, I do my job. Doc, you're kind of garbage.
So if somebody wants the Snickers bar, they got to go through 6 Almond Joys to get to it.
Yeah, they got to go all the way down
yeah.
and like move stuff around and find it. It was
Or
just
they
so
got to go through
funny.
6 Almond Joys and 1 toy car.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
So funny.
So, you have not become addicted yet. You have connected everything. This is going to take some time to do. This is probably a couple turns, if not an hour or so. So, we'll assume you guys are doing this while they're having their discussion. So, Squad 1 with Vuvu, what do you guys do next?
So I'm still out there with Vuvu.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you can tell she kind of thinks the conversation is over for now when she's like, I agree that the less people that die, the better.
Yeah.
And she said she'll think about what you said.
Do I have like a way to give her like a personal contact information she can send me?
What, like after the mission or just right now?
Yeah, like after the mission. Like, listen,
Yeah.
obviously there's something weird going on between like all of our stuff. I want to remain in contact. So if you learn anything weird and I learn anything weird, we can communicate and try to prevent more deaths on either side.
She looks you up and down in a very scrutinizing manner. That's very bold of you, Broderick. What makes you think that I wouldn't take whatever UA secrets you tell me and bring them right to my commanders?
You might. I don't know if you would, but I don't want more innocent people to die just because old men in our countries wanted to fight for wars that they didn't need to do and sacrifice more of our people.
This one I will need a manipulation test for. This is a big ask.
Yeah.
But I will give you a +2 bonus because you have crushed stuff so far, and you've definitely built some sort of rapport with her.
Cool.
It is opposed.
Ooh.
Oh, that is too bad.
That sucks so much.
Bet you wish you had some nap relief right about now, didn't you?
I really do. Or if I...
You broke again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I
There
have,
he is.
and I have a story point, but I can't use it because it's a panic.
It is a failure. I'll tell you what.
And I'm freezing again.
I was actually... That's okay. I meant to say, I did decide on a house rule here for story points. If you guys want, you can burn a story point to recover a point of stress as well. Because I don't think story points are powerful enough in this game.
Okay.
So, I'll tell you what. If you want to, I'll let you burn a story point to reduce the stress by 1, and you can re-roll.
Sure. I will burn a story point to reduce the stress by 1. Would it be my previous stress, so it would go down to 4 or 3?
What was your stress when you made the roll? It was
4.
4. So it'd be 3 stress. Reroll.
Okay. We'll do that.
Yeah, we will assume this did not happen. We'll just delete this right here.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I got a success!
You did pass, though. You did pass. But you dropped another item.
Once again, I have dropped something. I have nothing else but weapons at this point. No, I have my dog tags.
No, those aren't gonna fall off.
So I have an RPG, an incinerator, and then the smart gun that's attached to a harness. So it's got to be one of those
Yeah.
two.
Well, it's not... I don't think it'd be the smart gun. You're probably actively holding that right now.
So, like, as a story point, I got these RPGs from these previous UPP people. So I would offer those RPGs and kind of like drop them for her.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, you can get rid of the RPG. Unfortunately, your stress does go up by 1. But
Yeah, of course.
Tagar, you hear a loud clunk from out in the hallway and a splash. And Vuvu...
I'm pretty sure I know what it is at this point.
Yeah. It's just follow the trail of items to Broderick.
Broderick is the clumsiest motherfucker.
Dude, he really is, man. This is great. So, you should get like -1 agility permanently after all these fucking butterfingers.
Honestly, that would be so funny.
So you do pass the test, and she says, "You're either very brave or very foolish, but for some reason I feel like you are being truthful with me." And she actually takes her glove off and she extends a hand to shake.
Yeah, shake it.
Hopefully there's more men like you in the Marines. And she'll give you some way to, that you guys can contact. Actually, she'll probably take your information just because she's a higher ranking officer, and she probably doesn't trust like you sending out a message, so she's like, I will get in touch with you on an encrypted channel once if I have something worth sharing. Fair? Oh, are you there, Sean?
No, I lagged through most of that.
Oh, she says, I'll send you I'll get in contact in an encrypted format if I have anything worth sharing. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. Wow. I did not expect this when we started tonight. Okay, cool.
I expected not to play tonight.
Okay, so what does Squad 1 do at this point? Because they're doing repairs in the maintenance bay for the sensors. Do you continue searching? Or is there more of a discussion that you guys want to have? Eventually, Vuvu and Broderick return as you and the other 2 UPP troops are looking over these 3 guys. And basically, long story short, the 3 that are still here that are alive and in one piece, they all are wearing uniforms, and they all have serial numbers like the first guy. The 3 that are still alive, they end in the numbers 08 and 09. Otherwise, the serial number is the same, Eric.
Okay. And for the ones that are not alive,
You can see they're all wearing this. They're all prisoners with, I think it's the numbers 1 through 20, basically. So 0, 1 up through 20.
and those are all still sealed cryopods too.
No, those are. Some of them are damaged. Some of them are broken. Some of them are shattered. They're not sealed to the point where they're like they might still be shut, but they're not perfectly sealed. Some of them are filled with water, and the bodies are rotted to all various degrees, mostly bones. And you do probably see the remains of the aliens floating around in the pods and stuff, but they're clearly dead too.
Okay. Is there any sort of like data gathering equipment in this room?
No, not in here.
Okay. I guess like I'm gonna just kind of walk up and down the rows, checking the pods, just verifying everything while they're out of the room. When they come back in, I'm kind of gonna give a weird, like, questioning look to Broderick.
Okay.
And say to Vuvu, I don't think there's much we can do in here. We might need to move on to find the data.
All right. Where would you like to head? I'm seeing if she would suggest anything here.
I think just keep following the path down. So next room would be medbay. See if there's any data to be collected from who was in the cryopods or what was going on.
Research data, maybe.
Okay. You make your way down the hall.
Eric, could you say something? Looked like your mouth's moved, but I couldn't hear anything.
It's called ventriloquism, bro.
Oh. Did you hear we're going to the med bay?
Yeah, I heard that, and then
Okay.
maybe I was lagging again. Of course.
All right.
Fantastic.
So you open the med bay door, and it's small, but it does have an auto dock in here. It looks like an older model, but still, decent. And remarkably, it still seems like it's in working order. It looks like it would probably have to be like turned on, but if you check it, you can see that the batteries look like they still have some juice left in them. Probably because the medbay looks like it hasn't really suffered too much damage, and there's not a lot of water in here. And the auto dock itself looks relatively untouched. Other than that, other than being trashed because it's a fucking ship crash, it looks relatively untouched.
I radio back to Herschel and let him know that there's an auto dock here. Would that be beneficial to Weaver?
It could be if it still works. And he'll call over to you, Sergeant. Sergeant, permission to bring Weaver to the medbay and let me check out the auto dock?
Granted.
All right, I'll be right there, Tagar. And he will eventually join you guys. And yes, so long story short, it's going to take a CommTech roll to get this thing up and running. But should you pass, it appears you will have a functioning auto dock, which would definitely be beneficial for Weaver.
Hey, Broderick, how you any good at this stuff?
I think I can handle it, if that's okay, Corporal.
All yours.
All right.
I'm definitely not good at medical, but I lagged through all that.
Oh, CommTech.
CommTech.
Oh, CommTech?
Yeah. What is the... Actually, hold on.
No. Very not good at that.
So this is a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to allow it because this is a pretty specific talent. Herschel has the talent Spaceship Mechanic. You get a +2 modification when you use heavy machinery or CommTech to repair damage to a spacecraft. I mean, you are on a spacecraft, and he is attempting to repair stuff that's damaged, so I think we'll allow it. Let him use his talent, right? He hasn't got to use it all campaign. I feel bad for him. Look at that pile of dice. All right. Not bad.
One and done.
Not bad, Herschel. Good job. He fires it up. It works. Long story short, he's going to put Weaver in there and fire it up. I believe the med pod is... I think it's 8 dice? 10 dice? Let's see. Core. We need items. Items. Let's see. Gear? Probably under gear, right? Medical? Pauling. Oh, here we go. Auto dock. Medical aid of 6, but can't push its rolls. Poor man version of the Pauling med pod. Yep. It is not capable of complicated surgery, but can reset broken bones. All right. Do you guys want him to use this? It'll be 6 dice. Try to patch her up.
Would it be 6 dice plus his med aid, or
he doesn't have any medical aid skill.
Oh.
And because even if you did, it's the machine is doing it automatically.
Oh.
So
yeah.
I mean the
best option we got.
the benefit is it won't panic because it's the machine doing it.
Machine, yeah.
All right. No, that is no successes, unfortunately. Herschel looks over it, and then he turns to you, Tagar. He says, I don't think there's much it's going to really do. I think it's just going to be rest and a little recuperation. I don't think she has any broken bones.
Okay.
But we would need a proper, fully operational med bay with a team to really know for sure. Unfortunately, that's not really part of my programming. Not the human body, at least.
All right.
And by that, I mean he works on machines, not that he's a hidden synth and he works on aliens. Okay, just want to clear that out.
He's a airship mechanic.
Yes, he is a crew chief, is his actual designation. So, that is his job. O'Connell, is there anything you want to do out there? You've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, man, I want to be in there, but I feel like I kind of put myself in a situation where if I enter the situation now, it might make things worse.
You did this.
I did. No, I made my bed and I'll sleep in it. I'm good.
Okay. Well, at least you can still talk to them and you can hear what's going on for the most part. So,
yeah.
The important thing to know is that Schmidt is popping pills and Ogata is shooting flatfish like no one's business.
Everything's under control.
It's all checking out. Okay.
I'm gonna go through the med bay, see if I find anything worth taking with us.
Give me an observation roll at -1, or just hit the dice. That doesn't matter. You didn't get anything.
It doesn't matter.
Do you want to push?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Looks like most of the stuff here is ruined, or it's been exposed and has rotted away, or it's fallen into the water and it's worthless. Okay, where to next?
Any way to leave Gannon on trying to get the computer repaired while I go into the mainframe?
No, because you're the one that's doing the repairs.
Got it.
He probably doesn't really know what to do in that case. Let me check his skills here. Yeah, he's not much of a comtech guy. But yeah, I mean, you're going to be doing that for a little while. You can send Ogata to check it, or one of the other squad members if you want.
Yeah, I'll have Ogata go in there with Ganon to check it out.
Okay. What about the 2 UPP soldiers? What do you want them to do?
I'm assuming probably one of them's going to be staying with me, and the other 2 are probably going to be following them.
I think that's fair. Sure, they can split up. Okay. All right. The computer mainframe, which I assume is Mother. I thought this said Mother Station. That's Muster Station. That's different. All right. Computer mainframe.
Is the UPP version of Mother?
Ivan.
Ivan.
Remember back in the base?
Yeah.
Or as it's spelled out, one van. They use Leet speak for their fucking computers.
So cool.
Yep.
They're so good at League of Legends.
Goddamn League of Legends.
Dude, she's my main, bro. That's my main right there. I don't remember any League of Legends characters. I only played that a little bit. I was more of a Heroes of the Storm kind of guy, you know?
Unfortunately, I played a lot of League of Legends.
Oh.
Same. I still play it.
Oh,
Feels
my
bad.
poor soul. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Been playing since
Inside,
09.
so you guys aren't
yeah,
there, but
yeah.
inside, this is what Ogata sees. So much like the rest of the ship, the room is dark. It's offline. The central room it's pretty flooded in here. But what Ogata does find, he chimes over the comms. Hey, Sarge. The flight recorder's in here.
Can you get a copy of that on your PDAT?
I'm gonna have to get it out. It's underwater, but I think I can reach it. And you hear him say, like, Ganon, hold this. And, you know, Ganon mumbles something that he's annoyed. So Ogata, we would see, Ogata is, like, trying to reach it. He's got to actually go underwater to get it because it's so submerged. And he's pulling at it and pulling at it. This is going to take a couple rounds. Let's see how many rounds it takes. 4 rounds of work, and he's got to make a heavy machinery roll.
Is a round just like 6 seconds, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So
A turn is like 10 minutes, right?
correct. Rounds, turns, shifts.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
correct. Okay, heavy machinery. He's like, Ganon, give me a hand with this. We'll give him an assist with 5 stress. Okay. Awesome. That is a flea.
Fucking amazing.
Your stress is decreased by 1, but every character who witnesses must roll a panic roll. Okay. So
it's just Ganon.
yeah, Ganon. Oh, it automatically did the stress. Nice.
Permanent trauma. Make an empathy roll at the end of the session.
This
Oh!
is why Matt didn't want to play.
Oh, this is
Oh.
awesome. Oh, permanent traumas. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Our
We took
first-
Boy.
Oh, man.
First permanent trauma. And it wasn't from the 5 dropped items I rolled.
I think that's its own type of trauma. Let's be honest.
It really is,
Okay,
Oh,
Ganon.
Butterfingers.
Tie everything to himself.
Ganon gets a dropped item. He just throws something across. Fuck it. I can't take it anymore. Should he lose his boots? Like, yeah, that'd be cool. But
Oh, you should. He trips out of his boots.
Actually, maybe he does. That would be great. Okay, so here's what happens. Ogata's under the water, working, trying to get this thing out. He has to keep coming up for breath. Goes back down. All right. While this is happening, as he's shifting this thing, we would see a swarm of those little bugs from outside. He disturbs a little nest of them. They don't attack. They're like little crabs, basically. But they're freaky looking, right? And they're kind of big. So a swarm of them coming up, he gains a point of stress, and he would have to take another panic test, all right? We'll assume he fails, and he screams while he's underwater, okay? So we get the classic, the scream, and it's just that bubbly, exactly, that bubbly scream. That's perfect. I love it. Ganon sees this, gets freaked out, trips, his boot gets caught on something, the fucking shoelace gets cut, and the boot disappears in the water, right? You see Ogata gets up, he's like, fucking shit, and he's trying to brush these things off. You guys hear all sorts of commotion over the comms down the hallway. And then, what do you guys do? You hear him clearly freaking out.
What the fuck is going on back there?
Eventually you hear, like he starts to try to get his breathing under control. He's like, it's fucking, one of those fucking bugs. Duh. God.
I'll look at Tagar. Just like, bugs again. This is our...
There are hundreds of them! God, they're in my fucking clothes! Jeez. Oh.
Yeah. Maybe next time you need to bring some off.
And then you hear Ganon like, I fucking lost a boot! Ogata, help me find it! And you hear Ogata's like, fucking find your own boot, man. I got shit to do here. And then you hear them both go instantly quiet. And you can hear like a gasp over the comms. And what we would see if we were in this room with the camera is the camera pans over their shoulders, and they're clear in the foreground. There's something blurry in the background. They turn blurry, and the thing in the background comes into focus. We see a large black creature. And that is where we'll end tonight.
Oh, no.
No, and that's why we broke into teams.
Oh,
This perfect. I couldn't end that better if I tried.
that was amazing. Yeah, fantastic. Just a little
Glad
golf
I'm
clap.
not in there. Good luck, guys.
Listen, I know you wanted to kill off Matt's character, but come on.
I'm going to the UPP ship. See you guys later. Good luck.
All right. Excellent session tonight, guys. A lot of fun. It's very interesting to see where this is going. I'm really excited to see how this one ends. So I can pretty much guarantee next week we will finish Operation Blaze of Glory. We'll be back, hopefully, on the Tambatam and back to whatever is next. I've been putting the finishing touches on the next couple missions. And at the time of this recording, I think we've told you guys we've got a couple one-shots coming up that are going to be part of the campaign. So stay tuned for that, because we're probably going to live stream some of that stuff too. So that's it for tonight, fellas. We will be back in a week to see what happens to Ogata, everyone's favorite bug-averse NPC. All right. You know the drill, folks. Same time, same place. Signing off.